welcome to RC Cincy Extras. Today we have another gel blaster, and this one is new from Nerf Gel Fire Pro, and it is their Warp Speed. So this is supposed to be their fastest Nerf Gel Fire blaster ever, shooting 20 rounds per second. That's really impressive. I believe I've had some that will shoot like 7, some will do 11, some will do 12. I think the highest I've seen is maybe 15, probably 12 though. We'll have to see, that remains to be seen. Not only that, this looks really cool. I do like this lime green color. It does make it pop really well. You do get 20,000 gillettes with it, which is really cool. And the hopper holds 2,000, which is a new record, at least for the ones I have. So we had the SBR 1200, and then of course I introduced the Faction 1750, I believe, that took over. And then not that long ago, we did something from, what is it, Hypergel. It was 1800. So this is the new Capacity King. You can see the hopper is all the way across the top of the gun, which is really cool. 2,000 round thing. Fully automatic. You do have your trigger lock standard, 7.4 rechargeable battery, type C, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Pretty sure it's type C. 20 rounds per second, up to. We'll have to test that. Of course, eye protection, very important. These things hit you in the eye, it's gonna hurt. And I think I seen somewhere the velocity wasn't crazy high, up to 150 feet per second. Now you may think that's kind of low. I've had, you know, little pistols and little Uzis that do about 150. It's still plenty of power, still can hurt. It's plenty of power. Anything over 150 is good. I think the pros do higher 300s, but they leave welts. You don't want that, especially if you're giving this to a kid. You definitely want to wear eye protection. Maybe some baggy clothes or a sweater would make a world of difference. But we'll see. Maybe you'll get a little bit more than 150. Maybe you'll just do 150. We'll just have to do that. With the, of course, standard FPS testing, the same AC 5000 we use for all of them, and we are going to use the orange balls that we use for all the FPS testing, and then we'll test it with its own stuff, do all that fun stuff with accuracy, distance, all that. But for now, let's get this bad boy unboxed. We'll see what everything you get. We'll get it charged up, we'll hydrate some balls, and go from there. So I'm super excited about that. So let's go ahead and open this up. I do like the way this gun looks. Hopefully this whole thing slides out. I'm hoping. Or maybe not. Oh, here we go. There's a little, so you have to pull this tab outward. Just like that. That's another one. And then maybe you slide it. Nope, still you don't slide it. And it's taped in there. So what we're gonna do, be careful. We're just gonna cut it. There we go. Be careful, of course, you can cut stuff. So, we might as well break this off. There we go. We do have remove before use. Oh, so there is something we gotta remove. A little cover, so let's go ahead and snap that one. Snap that one. These are just to hold the rifle in place. One more by the trigger. Once we free up the rifle, there is this right here you have to remove. I think that's what they were talking about. There's probably a battery. I'd rather the battery be removable than a Type-C type plug. It might still charge Type-C, but I'd like that battery to be able to come out, which it looks like it does. So let's see if we can undo that. How do you undo it?
Is that yellow thing above?
Oh. There we go. So you do have to remove this. It keeps it from being connected. I did it very foolish, but it looks like it is a built-in battery. So you have to remove this battery, plug in the Type-C, and charge it. So technically, I guess we can open this shell. That's kind of proprietary there, but I guarantee the battery in here is just an ion. 7.4 volts. Does it say the capacity? That would be really nice to know. The only bummer part is if you're gonna have to modify this, let's say you wanna add your own battery, you have that proprietary connector, so you would literally have to open this, tap into their connector, put the battery, make the battery fit, and then of course, reinstall it. So you're gonna have to move it, remove it, there we go, forward, and then lock back. Pretty intuitive, I like it. Man, I'm liking this. We're gonna have to look at that here in a second. Let's set this bad boy down. Okay, so before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's grab the manual. You get a pair of glasses. Definitely recommend wearing these. They work really well. We get a nice Type-C, Type-C cable. And we get the green. This is kind of a cool color. I actually like this color a lot. It lightens up a little bit when they grow. So these are probably 5,000 round packs. So you get 4 of them. So that's 20,000 rounds. They did not fit there. You get 20,000 rounds. We'll quickly just open up. What's this? Not importante, probably. Just telling us the products, warnings we don't care about. Let's see if there's anything important I'm missing. So it's just gonna tell you how to install, how to maintain and clean it, the trigger locks, the batteries, charging, drying it, inserting the battery, charging it, stuff like that. Talks about all the key features. So not a bad idea to look over this. Very important. You always want to empty these gel blasters, because if you leave these in here, those little balls will dry up. And once they dry up real little, they'll get in places they're not supposed to be. And they'll jam up the gun. They'll keep it from working. So very bad if you do so. Now let's see how we load this bad boy. Oh, here we go. Slide that back. Nice. So look how big that is. You can put, you can easily pour ammunition in there. Slide that back. The hopper goes completely across this gun, which is insane. You kind of see the spring and the plunger and the little, where it creates the pressure. You have a switch here. Oh my God, that shoots fast. So that is your safety lock. So the battery's inserted. And remember, we remove that cardboard. So let's hit it one more time so you can hear. That sounds insane. This sounds like it's 3S, but it's only 7.4 volts. Ready? Oh my gosh, it's that. So honestly, I don't think I've heard something shoot that fast. So whenever I've been silly and put 3S packs on my guns, and it does increase the rate of fire. Every once in a while, it'll actually increase, especially if a gun has a lot of power draws on the battery. Like, for instance, the 1800 we did from Hypergel or whatever. The issue it had is it had a spinning front thing in the front for the looks, and that didn't do anything important. Had lights to charge the glow for the night tracer or night venom, whatever you want to call it. It had another one for the magazine feed, and then for the motor itself. So it had so many draws on a 7.4 volt battery that it actually shot really slow, and I was disappointed for it being a chain gun that you would hold. It shot really slow, and immediately when I put a 3S battery on it, polymer, it was insane. You guys need to check that video, because that thing sounded, I don't think it's this fast, and this is only 7.4 volt battery. That means that the gearing is real short, and it just, the action of it's really fast. I mean, watch the spring. Ready? Watch that spring, honey. This is gonna be insane. I cannot wait. So what we're definitely gonna do is slide this off, and we're gonna take our time and make sure this fully gets charged. We'll grow some of these balls. Of course, we'll use the orange 0.23 weight balls for all the FPS testing, to be fair, across the guns. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm not looking forward to getting shot with this thing. Even if it is 150 FPS, imagine this ball's hitting in the same place that many at a time. You know what I mean? Like getting hit in the same spot. So maybe do a little bit of this, ban it, ban your shots. And now I'm kidding. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. So we'll get this bad boy charged up, and we'll be back with some shooting fun. Okay, so we're back. We had this battery on the charger. I believe when you plug it in, it goes green and the light goes out when it's done. So kind of sucks proprietary. I'll look into maybe modifying this. We'll just have to see. I was playing with the gun. Looks like it picks up ammo right up in this front. So this is more of a storage, and you just simply, let's say, let's shake it all out of there. Let's say it's not shooting anymore. You don't have anything in it. You go from your storage container. You fill it up, go back, and it stays in there. And then you have ammo in your back container. So it's ingenious. Technically, it holds 2,000 rounds. So I think this is the biggest one. Before that, it was the 1800, the chain gun we talked about. It looks like, make sure safety is on. It looks like there's 2 barrels, right? It looks like it's a fully automatic 2 barrels. That's an interesting fact. It should say that on the box, right? So this spring, I guess, is pretty strong. It powers both sides. That's why it, oh wait, there's 2. There is 2, my friends. Can you see both of them? There is 2 springs in here. See, they should put something like that on the box. They call it warp speed or whatever. But there is 2 springs. I don't know how many motors in here. And that's insane. So I wonder if it does have it. It would have to have the way it's geared maybe. 2 of them or 1 motor. I don't know. But that's insane. So this is 7.4 volts. We have it fully charged. We are running the same orange balls that we run in all of our FPS testing to make the playing field equal. I know some balls are better than others. You may get better results in other balls, but this is as a general guideline to compare all of them. Now, we did put the ones that come with the gun, which is a really cool color, by the way, in a pro tip, in a gallon milk jug. Warm water works a lot better. It's still going to take 2 to 4 hours, depending on them. You can tell when they get up to size. If they're not the right diameter, they will not fire correctly. You'll think your gun's broke. Of course, over here we have the same AC 5000 we've had in all of our testing. It's going to be kind of weird because there's going to technically be 2 balls fall at once. So it's going to be weird at the testing method. I haven't quite figured out how to get, and I know you get rounds per second somehow with this, and I don't really do that test because I didn't do it for the other ones. So let me prime the gun, make sure it's firing, take the safety off. Safety's right here. Battery just unsnaps and snaps. Oh my God, that's insane. Okay, you ready? Can you see that when we line up? Can you see that? Zoom in whenever you need. Ready? 164, impressive. 157. 181. 167. 160. 179. 148. 154. 116. Give it a little shake. Oh my God, that's insane, the amount of firecracker. Here we go. 179. So I saw as high as what, 180 something? So you're steadily getting over 100. I've never saw less than 150-ish, somewhere around there. I've seen a couple 127. I think that was the ball breaking or a misfire. But really impressive. Definitely above 150, I would safely say. But the most crazy part is, did you see how fast these move back and forth? How many rounds? So let's go ahead and try to, I put a propel bottle by that board. Let's try to hit that propel bottom by firing the shot. Here we go. I just had to adjust. So let's hear the amount that's hitting is insane. It almost sounds like it's multiple shots at once. Ready? It's okay, honey. Ready? Oh my God. That's not gonna feel good. Rate of fire is insane. I mean, you kind of see, can you see this? Make sure you can see the balls. Ready? Oh my goodness, you're gonna get pelted with like 20 rounds instantly. They're not joking about 20 rounds per second. And I can see why you want such a massive hopper for this. This makes perfect sense. The door's real easy, big slide, so real easy to get to the feeder. Technically, I have one feeding on one side, one feeding on the other if you wanted to. So that works really well. Really impressed. 170, 180. I seen 190 something at one point. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like it's got really good range. I'm gonna hit those boards over there all day. And they're like a grouping. So the grouping, if you're looking, if you're gonna slow it down, I should slow it down. The grouping is fairly tight, and it's like the size of a body. It's like perfect to nail someone. You're nailing them with this. If you're messing with this, I shouldn't play. No, I'm kidding. I mean, when you're running around, I guess. So very important, you have the same eyewear protection thing. I never use gel blaster sights, no matter how good they are. I mean, let me try and put it on the bear. Okay, it's fairly accurate, but I do like the follow shots. Surprisingly, it was very accurate. Really cool looking sight, by the way, if you want to look down it. I love the way the sight looks. It'd be nice if the stock is adjustable, but it is not. But I think it's a good length. Even for a bigger guy like me, it feels great grip in the front of this. This feels good. The safety works well. Just keep in mind, if you don't put that safety on, this will fire. The battery's fairly easy to disconnect and reconnect. Like I said, Type-C charging, 7.4 volt. I guarantee it's a Li-ion, 2-cell Li-ion. This could be open. Maybe we can fit something else in there. Maybe we can just literally steal this adapter, or we can actually change the adapter on this end and hollow this out, like cut all this metal out and put a big battery in here and get rid of that proprietary adapter. You could do that and then just get it to snap in. I mean, there's lots of ways you can tap into it. You can modify, make a wire with a plug where that one's disconnecting, plug yours in. You okay? The screen was like...
It was a bee.
A bee, yeah. Bees are not good. So it's insane. Is this still bulletproof? It's funny how curtains stop the gun. So, let me reload it. Please do not dump a whole mag on me. We're going to do the pain test because I am very... So, step back very carefully. Keep going to right there. Right there. Perfect. So this is roughly 5. So this is roughly 20 feet. I would definitely not get any closer. Let me cover my ear for protection. Close my eye. Well, face the other way so it shouldn't hit me in the eye. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Ready?
Yeah. Holy smokes! And there's one in my pocket. One went in my pocket, Annie. Oh, wait. Another one that broke that went in my pocket. You smoked my butt,
I'm gonna try
honey.
and get in your back.
No, that hurt enough. I mean, yeah, let me throw the back. Hold on.
Okay.
Watch it be a headshot now.
Ready?
Yeah. To be honest with you, it's not the worst one I felt, not by a long shot, but it's enough to know you got hit. If you wore a hoodie, you could tell you got hit, but you wouldn't be hurt. For a little kid, I would definitely wear big baggy clothing or something. Definitely the eyewear is a must. Dude, the fire rate is just insane. You know, that's what I can't get over is the fire rate. You know, every time you fire is just, that's insane. I really, really like this gun. I like the size of it. I like the shape. The colors are kind of cool and they pop. They look a little bit different from the other ones. You know, they had some good ones, some bad. But Nerf always typically makes pretty decent quality stuff. Now, one thing I did not talk about, and I just realized it, was price. So, I just saw this at Walmart. Not sure what stores it's out yet. It's even available online. Of course, I was going to Walmart to get a few things for the house, and I came across this bad boy. Now, there is another smaller one. I believe it's a pump action. Don't quote me. Proton or Photon. I can't remember the name. Let me know if you guys want to see that one. I think it's cheaper because it is a pump action. It's fairly cheaper. This isn't that cheap, to be honest with you. So this from Walmart is $69.99. So with tax, you're talking 74 bucks. And there's a lot of guns in that price range. A lot of gel blasters in that price range, should I say. So it's kind of tough. Is it going to derail the king in FPS? No. Is it going to derail the king in Night Tracer? Just doesn't even have that category. No. So where is it probably going to derail everyone else is rounds per second. Because the other ones may shoot, you know, 12, 14, whatever they claim, 12, 11, 10. That's cool. But this claims 20 because of the 2 barrels. It can actually do that. Now, the other one I had was like the Quantum or whatever that shot 4 balls at once. It was a pump action. You could go pretty fast, but you're not going to outshoot this. There isn't a gun, I don't believe, that shoots that fast. And a lot of those guns, to be able to shoot crazy fast, like I was doing in some of my videos, even with the Hyper Gel 18, the big chain gun, what was it, Lumini or Lumine, whatever it was, that one required a 11.1 volt battery to fire fast. I feel like they dropped the ball there. If they would include 11.1 volt battery for that one, that would be an insane gun. I think that's the only way to fire that gun. I absolutely love it. I don't know how well it's going to hold up, what it's going to do, but I think that gun with 11.1 was incredible, and it shot really fast because it just had so many different draws on it, from, you know, from lights, from the motor spinning, from the motor itself, from the magazine. So this one doesn't need a magazine. It's top hopper fed. It uses all the power for these 2 motors to fire. So if you were to put 11.1 on this, I think this thing would be the craziest shooting gun ever. I'm not sure if it's going to break the balls, how well it's going to work. That remains to be seen. But I absolutely love the way you refill that quickly. That takes a matter of seconds just to do that. You have a full upper hopper right here, or a main hopper, and this is your feed or secondary. And it just works really well. It's a good size. It feels great. I just really like it. I like the power. It's enough. I think 150 should be the standard for gel blasters. Just because you want enough umph to get range, but at the same time know when you're hitting someone, so they can like, oh, I didn't feel that. You didn't hit me. You're going to feel 150 FPS. I don't care what you're wearing. You're going to tell that you got hit with something, right? So that's cool there. Like I said, so far I've only seen 2. I don't know how many they released. I know this is Warp Speed, and the other one I think it was Proton or Photon or whatever. Can't remember off the top of my head. Should have took a picture of the case. This was in there, so I had to have it. Try it out for you guys. And we'll just see if this gets enough interest. I will gladly modify or run a wire. I'll do something to where we'll hook up a 3S pack. I do have a 3S 650 millimeter 30C or 35Cs or 40C. I also have the 35C 1100. I have the Ion, which is a little bit longer. We try Ion too. And then we also, of course, have polymer. The ones, lithium polymer batteries, the ones I really like that are even punchier and shoot crazier. So I'm curious to see how many more rounds this will get. If it's already claiming 20, which I kind of believe, because all it needs is 10 per side. So that makes perfect sense why they're claiming this is the fastest, because it really is. It's putting the most balls down range. So they're not lying. The build quality is always good with gel fire. Is this price right? I wish it was 50 bucks would be, I think, a little bit better for this, but it is new. It's a hot item. They're gonna sell. Maybe there'll be sales or discounts later on. Maybe you know, if I ever do find a sale, I will share with you guys every once in a while. Gel Fire or Gel Pro, whatever it is, always typically goes on sale at some point. Even the smaller pistols, the bigger stuff I've seen on sale. There are other guns as well, so just be mindful of that and keep an eye on that. So there you have it, guys. A cool blaster, fast shooting gun. Let the comments flow. Put it down below if you guys want to see the 11.1 on this and any other testing. Maybe do some other comparisons. Maybe we'll get the rate of fire figured out. I know it's got a rate of fire because it's right, where is it at? Rounds per second, 97. They can't be right. It says 97. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. 97 rounds per second. That's not accurate. That's why it needs to be dialed in or reset. So, rounds per second. Wait, let me see if I can. So let me hold it for a second, see if it'll give us 20. You ready? Hold on. 17.6. 25.6. See? There you go. So that's rounds. That's rounds per second. It counted 25 balls crossing the playing field. So it says 20. It's probably achievable. I've seen 17, 18. So it depends if they're breaking, if it's, you know, messing up or misfiring or whatever. So probably more than reasonable to say that this gets 20 rounds. We could technically maybe shoot into something. Just do like a second burst and let it go and just see how many. You like shoot into something that's going to catch it like that and roll it down and count the rounds. I don't know. I'm sure that's fairly accurate. Don't get me wrong. That's probably fairly accurate. So that's really cool. I like the fact that it actually shoots a lot of rounds, and it got set 177.9 is the average firepower. So yeah, this thing's got more than enough power for shooting. So there you have it, guys. We're gonna end this video here. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.